Unit 9 is a little different than the other units in the course, so I wanted to make a video to show you about that. And if we go to the learning objectives, you'll see that we're basically just going to be working on a self-check, presenting your nutrition education project, and then your final exam is a reflective e-portfolio. So Unit 9 begins on Monday, and then we'll have some presentations, or you'll hand in your GEM or your report this week, and then the Friday of the last week in finals, your e-portfolio is due, and I'm asking for the self-check sometime during finals week. I didn't write a lot for the reading. Basically, it's just reading those 3 chapters in your textbook and then taking the self-check. So that's pretty self-explanatory. And then to finish up your nutrition education project, we'll go to the part 5. And the learning objectives are here, and the steps to complete the presentation are on the next page. And you'll see we're either going to be doing a live presentation using a PowerPoint, or you can do a GEM, or you can do a report. And so I've emailed you or sent you a message, and I have most of your replies about that. So if you haven't told me which of those 3 different presentation forms that you're going to pick, please let me know. And then the grading rubric is here for the last step of your project. So please feel free to read through that. Okay, so I've gone through the objectives, the calendar, the reading, the self-check, and about your presentation. I just want to show you that you're actually going to be handing in your nutrition education project in 2 ways. One is in a discussion board. So you'll just click here and create a thread with your name on it and upload either your PowerPoint presentation or your GEM or your report. And then the other thing I'd like you to do is to also hand in your project in a Dropbox. So you'll just click on the Dropbox here. The directions are there. And you can either attach your PowerPoint slides. I think you may have to save your PowerPoint as a PDF for it to upload correctly, or you can upload your GEM or your report as a document. And then there are some old project presentations for people that use Blackboard Collaborate, so you can look at those. I'd look at maybe this one or this one because they're shorter, just one presentation. And then finally, I have set up the Blackboard Collaborate sessions for your presentation, so you can see those there by clicking on this Blackboard Collaborate link over here under course activities, or you'll see that it's also on the course content page. So you can get there from right here. So let me go back to Unit 9, and I'll talk now about the final exam, which is an e-portfolio. So the directions are here. I'm going to flip down to the outcome competencies first. And the MPH in Nutrition has several outcome competencies from the Council on Education for Public Health. And there are just 6 of them that we're trying to meet in part in this course. So those are all listed here. So what you're going to do is make an e-portfolio that's going to show us how you've met the competencies. You're not going to need to meet the whole competency because that's for the whole program, but you just want to show me how you've at least partially come at some of the competencies in this course. So your e-portfolio should have a table of contents, a brief introduction, and then you'll have the 6 outcome competencies listed in your e-portfolio, and under each one you'll have answered these 4 questions. So in total, there's going to be 24 little pieces here. So each of the 6 competencies times 4 answers would be 24 questions. that's to earn an A. And then you just have a brief conclusion, and you'll see that there's a folder where you will have your ePortfolio available to you. So I'm going to make up a folder for you, and it will either link to a blog or a wiki that's here inside Blackboard, or you can do your ePortfolio outside using some other type of ePortfolio service. So under here, I've listed some tools for displaying your ePortfolio. So as I mentioned, you can do it as a blog, you can do it as a wiki here in Blackboard, or I've given you some examples for how you can do an ePortfolio outside. The benefit of this is that you'll always be able to continue adding to this and use it to show other people as you move forward in the program if you'd like to. So please read through this. The outcome competencies are here, and then the grading rubric for your ePortfolio is here as well. So here's the folder with the ePortfolios, and I've given you an example. Here's a sample ePortfolio that I made using the blog feature here in Blackboard. So you can see there's an introduction, and I've made kind of a fake kind of competency. I've listed the competency here in the question and showed you that you'd put your sample in here. You can upload one of your case studies, a discussion thread with summary that you've moderated, any of your papers that you've done in this class, parts of your nutrition education project. You can also upload a video. Perhaps you've made a video as part of your nutrition education project. You can upload that using the mashups tool in the text editor. You can also upload slides. There are different types of services where you can post your slides, your PowerPoint slides, and then they can be saved here. Again, you do that using the mashups tool. And then I just repeated all the directions here for what you tools you can use for making an ePortfolio. And then you'd have a conclusion. So that's kind of what it would look like in a blog. And then the other way that you could do your ePortfolio is using a wiki here in Blackboard. So I've made a table of contents that links to different wiki pages, so all the pieces are here, and then you're able to just click through those. So you can just go ahead and click through all these different pieces. It looks very similar to the blog, but it just shows you that you can do it that way as well. And then also inside of this ePortfolios folder, I just have a little message there. If you want to make your ePortfolio here in Blackboard, let me know, and I will make a blog or a wiki for you. Just let me know which one you want. Or you can let me know that you want to work outside of Blackboard. And what I will do is just make a link underneath here. You'll find a group area with your name on it. And I'll have either the blog or the wiki available, or we can put the link to your outside ePortfolio. So this will start to grow as people's ePortfolios start to be developed. So that will wrap up Unit 9. You'll be completing the self-check, and we'll have the presentations. I'm really looking forward to seeing your PowerPoints, gems, or reports. And of course, I'm looking forward to seeing that you've learned something in this course and your reflective ePortfolio. Thank you, and have a great Thanksgiving if you're here in the United States.